Hello and welcome to another episode of The Naked Turner. Today I have chucked up another piece of what I believe to be this pecan. I just chainsawed it out of a rough piece of firewood, and it looks like it has some of the same issues that the other one did, which actually turned out to be extremely beautiful. So I'm hoping that some of the figuring and spalting inside of this will turn into another beautiful bowl. So I'm going to start turning. This piece here is, let's see, it's going to turn into a bowl that's approximately 10 3/4 by about almost 6, probably like 5 1/2 when I'm done. So a 10 3/4 by 5 1/2 inch pecan bowl. And I'm going to start turning this in a couple seconds. Okay, so here we go. Turn it down and ramp it up. Let's see what happens here. So as you can see, if I turn it up too fast, it starts wobbling around. Actually, this one is pretty balanced. Did pretty well. So I'm going to start out with it right about there and grab my rubber. Okay, so this one has a huge inclusion of some weird kind of knot or something that was not apparent when I started. So I'm going to try to turn that out and see what kind of shape I'll be left with. Okay, so I got down to where the knot is more solid, so hopefully that'll be fine. And then over here, you might notice there's another knot here, which unfortunately is pretty good size, and I think I'm going to have to just turn it out completely. So that's what I'm about to do. Okay. Okay, and I'm cutting the mortise. Okay, so now I'm getting ready to. Okay, so now I'm getting ready to finish this, and I'll put some finish on it right now. Hopefully this turns out real pretty. Turn it down nice and slow. That would be the outside of the bowl. That is looking pretty nice. A couple funny spots where it pulled a little bit, but beautiful, beautiful, beautiful grain. Love it. Okay, now I have it chucked up in my scrolling jaw chuck, and I'm about to start turning the inside of the bowl down. Safety gear. Okay, so we had a major blowout. This log had a weak spot here, so unfortunately this one is history. I don't know if you can see this, but here, let's see. Here's what happened. Let's back out a little. So there was a weak spot right there. I had tried to glue up, and literally the entire heart of the log had this sort of curve here at one of the growth rings that had a big air gap in it, and unfortunately that whole part of the bowl flew off. I don't even know where it went right now, so c'est la vie. That's the end of one bowl. So I located the other portion. It went flying pretty well, pretty far, and as you can see, that's where it used to fit. So thank goodness I had my safety goggles or my safety visor on, because if that had flown off, it would have still done some damage to my head, even wearing my safety equipment. But that is one large piece of debris that probably weighs close to a pound, something like that. And going at the speed that it was going at, it would have definitely done some damage. Now I could try gluing this back on here and making a go of it, but I think I'm just gonna give up on this one. It was being extremely resistant. It did have a nice finish on the outside, but c'est la vie. That's what happens sometimes. You lose one or two. There's another view of it. My mortise is still intact, but the weakness in this log just split right. It's like a perfect little bolster headrest. It just split exactly down the growth ring that had a weakness in it for some reason. Maybe a fire or high water and then no water, something like that.